Yo, 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 welcome to the Flex Zone. It's your man. It's your boy. It's your host. Your friendly reminder, Jay Henderson. And we're here with a new episode, a new topic. Something that may open your eyes to something that may give you insight, something that may make you aware of something that you've been sleeping on when it comes to yourself. The topic that we are dealing with today The topic that we're dealing with today is something that we see every day in society. It's something that we see every day in our culture. It's something that we see every day in friendships. It's something that we see every day in relationships. The topic that we are dealing with today is toxic. 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 So when you're dealing with this particular topic, you first need to understand the word. We need to be able to deal with the word and its origin, its meaning, what it means to us, to the people around us, to the things that we deal with in our day-to-day life, dealing with people. Toxic is very harmful. It's unpleasant. It's pervasive or insidious. Toxic is you ever been in a warehouse or a work area where you have to wear PPE, personal protection equipment? It's to protect you from the chemicals. It's to keep you from being harmed by the place that you're in. It's to keep you from leaving with something that you didn't come with. Y'all ever been in a situation? Went to a place. Let's just use COVID for example. Let's use COVID for example. A lot of people got COVID from somebody else. A lot of people got COVID from being in a place that somebody was at that had COVID, which means that you wasn't protected. You didn't have what it took to protect you from getting sick. So when it comes to the topic that we're dealing with today, you need to put on your spiritual PPE. You need to put on your spiritual personal protection equipment, because a lot of us are in situations, a lot of us are around people, a lot of us in our day-to-day life experience things from people that's sick, but we, unbeknownst, find ourselves in the midst of these people, and we end up picking up some of these traits. Because if you're in a toxic situation, if you're in a toxic relationship, if you're in a toxic friendship, if you are in a toxic environment, it's going to affect you in some type of way. That's why we need to be able to protect ourselves from people, from situations, from everybody that's in a friendship ain't friends. Everybody that's in a relationship ain't compatible. So you find yourself dealing with situations that's not even for you to deal with. Why? Because you're not mentally and spiritually equipped. You don't have on your PPE. When you work in these environments that's unsafe, OSHA and other companies, they make sure that you have on things that keep you from being able to place a lawsuit on them. That would be a discrepancy on their end. So in order for you to enter the work site, in order for you to work at this company, you have to have some type of qualification, and you have to be able to protect yourself from what's harmful. According to this company, maybe they produce something that's very beneficial. Maybe they are giving you something that's very beneficial. Maybe they are creating things for the world that's very beneficial. But in order to make it, it takes toxic and harmful chemicals to make. So in order for you to take part in this, you got to protect yourself. And when you wake up in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, when you go to your job, when you exit that door, when you leave your home, you need on your PPE. If you don't have on your PPE, you are susceptible. You are vulnerable. You are open to being exposed to toxic chemicals from people that don't care about making you sick. They don't care about them being sick. So what they care about making you sick. So when it comes to our topic today, we need to understand the first thing that we said about toxic is it's very harmful. It's very harmful. Some of the things that we deal with in our day-to-day life, it begins to weigh us down, but we keep going, we keep pushing. We never take time to stop and pause and say, I need a break. I need to step away from this person. I need to step away from these people. Mentally, you know that, but it's force of habit to keep going around. You want to go hang out for the weekend, who you going to partner up with? You're going to partner up with these toxic people because that's what you used to. You ever been in a person's home that had a certain scent to it and it bothered you, but it don't bother the person because they've been in the home so long till they don't even smell it no more. It don't even bother them, but it bothers you. Why? Because you're in an unfamiliar place. Because you're somewhere that don't resonate with your spirit. It's toxic. If I go to somebody's home and it has a certain odor, it's going to be two things. It's going to be two things. Either it's going to stink or it's going to smell good. If I'm lying, feel free to text 470-584-3434 and let me know your thoughts. If you disagree with anything that I'm saying, feel free to text 470-584-3434 and let me know your thoughts. If you go into a person's home, a person's environment, either it's going to have a pleasant smell or not so pleasant smell. If it don't have a pleasant smell, something ain't right. Now, this is the tricky part. This is where it gets tricky at. You can go into some homes that's got a pleasant smell and still toxic. You ever met a person and your intentions was to do right by this person? You ever try to do something right and it ended up turning out horrible? It ended up going left. And you wonder, like, I was just trying to do something right. You ever try to help a person and ended up being your enemy? A person that you try to help, your heart was in the right place. You know why? I'm going to help you out right here. Let me help you out. Because sometimes when we're not led by the Spirit of God, sometimes when we're not led by that pure Spirit that leads us in the path of righteousness for His name's sake, you end up in situations like that. But don't trip, don't trip, don't trip. You learn from it. Life is a teacher. This world is a classroom. And every day we open our eyes, you have a new opportunity to learn something. I've been in places where I felt like I wasn't going to come out of. I worked at Grinder in Hazlett over in Tennessee, over in Memphis. And it's a gas refinery that has a gas line that stretches from the company all the way back over to the airport. And if anything was to ever happen, this thing would blow up everything within a 10 or 20 mile radius. And every day I went to work, it was like, oh my gosh. It's almost like I don't understand how flight attendants just fly all day. Just fly all day. I hate flying. Even though I fly a lot, I hate flying. But I don't understand how flight attendants just fly all day. Me, I have a fear of heights, which raises an anxiety every time I'm off the ground. Then you have people that's not so bothered by heights that love being off the ground. So when I worked at grinding, when I worked at this company, it was like tension. It was like anxiety every day you go to work. You just pray that nobody do something crazy. You just pray that nobody strike a match. You're talking about a gas refinery. We was in a toxic environment, and being in that environment, it's warning signs. It's warning signs all over the job that if you do this, it could cause you your life. Not only you, everybody around. So when we're in toxic environments, when we're in these situations that we're not aware of who the person really is or who the people really is, we find ourselves being affected by the toxic behavior of other people. And sometimes it rub off on you. And you have to step back and check yourself. You have to step back and check yourself. I know this ain't me. I don't normally, I know this ain't me. I don't get down like that. And if I can't bring you up, I'm not going to let you bring me down. I can't do that. I cannot afford to risk my life for someone else's reckless behavior. Oh, nowadays they call that a ride or die. You're a ride or foolish. That's what you are. You're a ride or stupid. That's what you are. Because if I got to risk my life for your reckless behavior, that means you don't care about you or me. And I'm supposed to be that loyal to you that I'm all in. No, you stupid. That's what you are. You're stupid. That's what you are. Because that's not loyalty. That's foolishness. See, the way society has things set up nowadays is they have a 2-for-1 deal. If we could get the perpetrator, the accomplice, and the person that played a role setting it up, we know the person that get the least time is probably gonna tell on the other two. So one gonna snitch, one gonna be a fool. The one that's gonna be a fool is the one that really could have got off with the one that they say that's snitching. But nah, he'll ride or die. Gonna ride with his homeboy. No, 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 brother, no sister, black, white, Indian, Mexican, Chinese, Japanese, whatever you are, whatever your ethnicity, background, culture, whatever it is, that's foolishness. And if you want to question it, if you think different, text me 470-584-3434. We have to be aware of when we are in toxic situations, when we are in toxic relationships. And when I say relationships, I don't mean dating. Sometimes we have a work relationship. Sometimes we have relationships with people that we just happen to meet and we grow to develop some type of bond and some concern for each other. So we develop a relationship. And due to that relationship, I feel like I owe you a responsibility. That responsibility comes with love. Love covers a multitude. And because that responsibility for me is so important for you, I would tell you the truth and make you cry before I tell you a lie and make you smile. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And that's what people do nowadays. They need validation. They need validation. They need everything they do to be validated. They need people to like them. They need people to see them. They need people to notice when they're winning. I don't care who don't see me. I don't care who don't notice me. If nobody watched this podcast, when I get done, I'm going to watch it myself. Sometimes I watch it 2 or 3 times. Because I came into this world by myself. It's cool to have people to like you. It's cool to have people to see you in a positive light. It's cool to have people respect you. But just in case you don't, for whatever reason, I'm going to go to bed tonight and I'm going to sleep like a king. I'm going to sleep like I deserve to sleep this good, because I am not concerned about your toxic thoughts. I am not concerned about your toxic behavior. I ain't concerned about your toxic attitude. Neither am I concerned about your toxic circle. No. So when it comes to you, take responsibility for who you are. Lower your expectations for people. Expectations is what causes your feelings to get hurt. It's what causes you to be blindsided. I don't expect nobody to be nothing but who they are. If you're a liar, you just a liar. If you're a cheater, you just a cheater. If you like to steal out of grocery stores, that's just who you are. I don't expect you to be anybody different. If I can help you, if I could bring you up, I'll bring you up. But I'll be, if I allow you to bring me down, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I pray that our young people open their eyes. I pray that our young people open their ears so they won't be misled by the toxic sounds of what's called music and culture. This foolishness they talking, this madness they talking, and music nowadays ain't got nothing to do with culture. It ain't got nothing to do with culture. And that's what our young people are persuaded by. That's what they are influenced by. So when you begin to understand that parenting don't come with an instructions manual, you got to have that mindset to one day these children, they're gonna be adults. And if my voice, if what I'm thinking, if what I've lived, if my life experiences can't influence them in a positive way, I ain't letting no music, I ain't letting no trash rap. I'm not saying all music is trash, but some of this stuff is trash. I'd be doggone if I let my kids be influenced by that ignorance. Yes, ignorance. Is it to inspire? No. Is it to uplift? No. It's all about the mighty dollar. It's toxic. It's toxic. So please, I beg you, be aware. Open your eyes. Open your ears. Be who you are. Be who you are. If you are influenced, if you're inspired, if you're intrigued by anybody, let it be somebody that's going to lead you in a positive way. I just met this brother. And if y'all hadn't listened If you hadn't heard of it, Realionaire Music, Realionaire, not millionaire, Realionaire. If you follow him, if you go on IG, you and check out Realionaire Music. Check him out. Not one cuss word in his music, not one B word, not one I kill you, not one N word, nothing. Just positive music, sending a positive vibe, something that your kids could listen to. Something that your kids could listen to. Something that you could play in the car and you ain't got to worry about skipping a verse. Check him out. Check him out. Realionaire Music, IG. Check him out. Very positive, very influential, positive tone. Shout out to my barber Magic for the connection. I just wanna say to all of the people that you get up in the morning, you get up in the morning, you take care of your responsibility. You're not just in the house with your kids. Shout out to the parents that's raising their kids. Because this world is toxic. When they go to school in the morning, when they get on the bus in the morning, because some children are in toxic homes, they have adapted to that toxic behavior. And guess what? They bring that to school with them. No kid just wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to go shoot up the school tomorrow. No kid just wake up in the morning and say, hey, I hate black people. I hate white people. I hate Mexicans. No kid just wake up like that. They are brought up in a toxic environment. Toxic. And guess what? A lot of parents, if you disagree with anything I say, feel free to text that number, 470-584-3434. Feel free to text it if you disagree with anything I say. Parents nowadays, some parents nowadays, because they have so much going on, because they are so entangled with what they have going on in their lives, they just in the house with the kids. The kids pretty much doing what they want to do. They're pretty much living how they want to live. They doing their thing. I walked outside the other day and some kids was walking up the street. Blew my mind. Man, they was using, I don't even know how they know how to put a combination of words together like that with profanity in it, but oh my gosh. Kids. When I was born in the 70s, I was born in the 70s where you weren't even allowed to sit around your parents when they talk to other grown people. I was born in the 70s. We weren't even allowed to listen to certain kind of music because my dad was a pastor. See, things kind of shifted in the mid 80s leading up into the 90s. The music started to change. The culture started to shift. People started to change their mindsets. The crack epidemic and so many other things. Murders started to emerge in different places. And even in small towns, things started to shift. Law enforcement started to change. Everything went in a warp. Everything went in a circle. Dangerous chemicals. Dangerous chemicals. Deadly chemicals. If the mindset is poison, that's a deadly chemical when you got a poison mindset. When you got a person that don't care about themselves, that's a dangerous chemical. That's a toxic environment. I hope that during these 25 minutes that something was said that would inspire but uplift and intrigue. I don't want to ever be that person that talks one thing and live another thing when the camera is off. I'm who I am in front of a camera. I'm who I am when I'm in the bathroom by myself. I'm just who I am. I am pleased with who I am. Do I think I could use some upgrades? Yes. Do I think I could use some enhancements? Yes. That's all in the plan for bettering myself. That's what I'm working on every day. My mindset is to stay away from around toxic people, to not be in that mix with toxic people. So I appreciate y'all listening, people that's listening. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate my IG friends for stopping by. I saw Jamila jumped on. Shout out to Jamila. Shout out to Epic Entourage. Shout out to everybody that's picking up that microphone and spreading positive vibe. Because everybody that's some people do stuff for entertainment, and that's what works for you. That's what works for you. I'm not knocking that. Some people do stuff for entertainment, but shout out to the people that have the mindset to influence, to help grow, to help upgrade, to help educate, to provide information and resources to our people. Shout out to you. I want to shout out my brother, Michael Swift, the founder of the store in Chef Vault. Amazing, amazing guy. Has done such a huge thing. He created the store in Chef Vault, and if you need any storage, any extra storage on your computer, on your phone, or whatever you're trying to do, Google Michael Swift, Google the store in Chef Vault, and download it. Now let's support each other. Let's get in the habit of supporting each other. Let's get in the habit of, one thing that I hate, and I'm wrapping up. One thing that I really hate. Why is it that when people make it, they feel like they can only deal with people? I'll give anybody an opportunity, and I ain't even. A few people notice me when I'm out. A few people, but I don't even. I don't get caught up into that celebrity and all of this famous and all of this. I have a mission. And I want to help people. So check out the store in Chef Vault and check out Millionaire Music. Greg McNeil, check him out. Really positive guy. He will be on the Flex Zone here in a couple of weeks. We are working on our 1 year anniversary, which I'm super proud of. Our 1 year, one whole year of sitting in front of this microphone and recording episodes and putting out content. 1 whole year. I started with, I still got the little microphone over there in the corner. I started with didn't even have none of this stuff right here. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be able to grow and expand and meet so many amazing people and partner with so many amazing people. I'm grateful for that. But most importantly, I'm grateful for the people all over the world and the 3 regions that share with me these moments. I'm so grateful. To my people in Indonesia, I thank you. Thank you. So many parts of Indonesia and the United States. We have, oh my God, we have literally 27 countries that stream this podcast. And I thank each and every one of you. Everybody means something. Everybody that hit that play button means something. And I'm so grateful to be able to share in these moments with y'all. I appreciate y'all listening. Thank you to Riverside FM. Thank you to all of the streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Google, Amazon, Deezer, all of the streaming platforms that provide that opportunity for your voice to be heard. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'd never stop saying that. iHeartRadio, Thank you. Thank you to all of the podcasters that's out there offering people opportunities. Thank you. If you want to text and share your opportunity, share your thoughts and concerns, again, 470-584-3434. If you interested in booking or being on the show, check out Flex Management at proton.me. Check us out. Hit us up. Management team will hit you back and get you booked. If that's what you're trying to do. Thank you to all of the people around the Georgia area that's been boosting the numbers and listening. I appreciate y'all. I do. I love y'all. I love everybody. And you've been in the Flex Zone. It's your man. It's your boy. It's your host. The friendly reminder. Jay Henderson. And we out.